Hey guys, welcome back. This is week 7 of the NFL Quick Picks. And last week, week 6, man, I had a pretty good outing. I went 12 for 2 and 1 with the Bengals, tying it up there. And my tie differential was 1 point for the overall score at the end. And how I won, man, was pretty exciting. I was sitting there hoping for 40. I think I wanted 49 points, and ended up being 48. But it was the fourth quarter, and the Niners were down on the end zone there, about to score, and they got stuffed on fourth down. Well, anyway, the ball goes back, whatever. Well, I'm thinking, you know what? These guys are not going to drive. St. Louis is not going to drive 90 yards on San Francisco. I was like, so man, I need an interception return for a touchdown. That was my only chance of winning. Otherwise, there was guys that had a few points under me. So anyway, luckily that happened, and I got the win. So I went 12 and 2 last week. My overall standings, I'm still in 10th place, so I did go up a little bit. And my overall record is 55, 36 and 1. So the leader is 60, 31 and 1. So there's still a lot of football left. I definitely still have a chance of getting back in there. I won last week, so that's exciting. Let's see if we can continue this week. There's a few games that I'm on the fence on about, but I'm just going to go ahead and take my chance. So let's go ahead and get started. First game, Thursday night game, Jets at New England. Definitely going with New England. Jets are falling off for sure. In New England, they're starting to heat up a little bit, so definitely going there. Seattle at St. Louis. After that devastating loss against the Cowboys, I expect Seattle to definitely come out and take their frustration out on St. Louis. Next, Cincinnati at Indianapolis. This game is one that I'm kind of on the limb on because Cincinnati, they didn't look too good last week, but prior games they've looked decent and at least winnable. But I just not at Indianapolis. I can't see them winning that. Andrew Luck's honestly the better quarterback. So take it Indianapolis. Next, Atlanta at Baltimore, and Atlanta's been up and down, more down than up. Baltimore's been a solid team so far. So at home, I'm definitely taking Baltimore. Next is Cleveland and Jacksonville. And man, I keep giving Jacksonville chance to get a win in. And they aren't doing it. So Cleveland, they're actually playing tough ball, man. So I'm definitely giving this to Cleveland. Carolina at Green Bay. Both teams are pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? Cam Newton, Carolina is good, man, for sure. Aaron Rodgers, man, his stats are a lot better than what I had assumed, because I don't watch every single one of their games, but from what I've seen, he's actually doing a lot better than what I thought he was doing as far as quarterback rating, touchdowns to interception ratio, things like that. So at home in Green Bay, it's always tough, so I'm definitely giving the edge to Green Bay. Next, New Orleans and Detroit. This game is another one that I'm kind of limbo on, but Detroit's been one of them up and down teams for sure. New Orleans, I don't know what's wrong with them because they're a good team, but the 2-3 record, doesn't lie. But on this one, I'm going New Orleans. New Orleans over Detroit. Next, Minnesota and Buffalo. This one again, Minnesota's 2-4. Bridgewater, man, he's playing decent. He didn't play too good last week. I'm still not a Kyle Orton fan, so I might be picking this one, being biased, but I'm going ahead and go to Minnesota on this one. Next, Miami at Chicago. Jay Cutler's still doing good. Ryan Tannehill. The thing with Miami, man, they're praising him one week and putting him on this high pedestal of Miami, this and that. And then once they lose, they're dropping them all the way to the bottom. So, I don't know. I'm definitely going Chicago on that one. Next, Tennessee and Washington. Washington's 1-5. They're at home. Kirk Cousins is still there. And like I said, Kirk Cousins does not play good as a starter. when he comes in to fill in for RG3, like in the middle of a game, for example, man, he comes out and performs. But otherwise, he hasn't. Tennessee, Jake Locker and them, Charlie Whitehurst, I guess, still starting quarterback. And I don't know how they're getting any wins. They got 2 wins, but they're garbage. So we got 2 garbage teams, but I'm going to go ahead and give this to Washington because they're at home. Next, we got Kansas City at San Diego, and this one, Kansas City's record's 2-3. They played some tough teams. They got Denver twice a year. And San Diego. I mean, that division is stacked. But I'm definitely San Diego's 5-1, and I can see Kansas City winning this one. I can, but I'm going with San Diego just because they're at home, and they've been a quiet team so far. You know, you haven't heard much noise at them, but they're 5-1. You know what I'm saying? So definitely going San Diego. Next, Arizona and Oakland. I'm not even saying nothing on Oakland. Them guys, they done pissed me off, man. I had expected them to at least win 2 or 3 games. They haven't won a dang single one. So Arizona 4-1. They'll be 5-1. Next, New York Giants come down to Ebola Town, Dallas. This game, man, the Giants could definitely come in and steal one. That's for sure. The Dallas is 5-1, riding a high from last week. New York didn't score a single dang point last week, so they could definitely come in and steal one. Will it happen? No, I don't see it happening. Dallas is this year. They're one of the teams that in the past, this kind of game they would have went out and lost. That's for sure, 100%. You could put money on it that they would lose this game. This year, the way that they're just grinding, going down 10-0 last week to the champs at home, you know what I'm saying? And they still fought back. And they've been doing it all year consistently. So I don't see them falling off this year or this week. So Dallas will be 6-1. Giants will be 3-4. And Dallas will still be labeled the best team in the NFL. Next, Sunday Night Football. San Francisco at Denver. And San Francisco did get an impressive win last week. Granted, they were playing St. Louis, but they hung in there. They definitely got that interception for me. That helped a lot. But Denver, they are just a good team. They are, no joke, a good team. I would say they're the second best team in the NFL, and will be in the Super Bowl for the AFC. So Denver and Dallas Super Bowl, I'm down with that. Last game, Monday Night Football. Houston Texans at Pittsburgh Steelers. And this one is another one, man, where it's tough. This one's going to be a tough pick. You can go either way. But I'm going to give it to Pittsburgh because they are at home. Their defense is definitely aging, but this is a primetime game, and Pittsburgh doesn't lose too many primetime games. Ben Roethlisberger, for example, don't lose too many games. So I'm definitely going Pittsburgh. Now the score that the betting odds have is 44.5, but I do not see this game being a high-scoring game. That high of a score, for sure. So I'm expecting a low-scoring game. So I'm picking 35.5. So hopefully, man, I've been really close on every single game so far, you know, at least within a touchdown or so. So I'm definitely hoping, I guess, that it stays low. Last week I needed some touchdowns. This week I'm hoping field goals. But we'll see how it goes. That's my picks. We'll be back next week for week 8 of picks. And I'll recap how I did this week. And hopefully we did pretty good. Anyway, y'all stay tuned.